Yes, good afternoon children, very good afternoon. I welcome you all to today's video class. In today's video class, I am going to teach you the second chapter in your Collins English Grammar book, that is countable and uncountable nouns. I taught you already what's noun. Nouns are naming words. They stand for the name of a person, place and thing. Sometimes it also refers to the feelings. Okay, fine. So nouns are of many kinds. Nouns are of many types. So nouns are classified into several ways. So there are several ways to classify nouns. One among them is countable and uncountable nouns. Before that, just to recall what you have learned in the previous video classes, that is singular noun and plural nouns, or they are also called noun numbers. When a noun stands for only one thing, then it is called singular. For example, a pen. When a noun stands for only one thing, then it is called singular. When a noun stands for more than one, then it is called plural, that is pens. So, noun numbers are of two kinds. One is singular and another one is plural. A singular noun refers to only one thing or only one person at a time, while plural noun refers to more than one person or more than one thing at a time. And I also taught you how these plurals are formed. By adding es, so in so many ways plurals are formed. All those things you have learned in previous video classes. Okay, fine children, you just recollect those pluralization rules and regulations. In today's video class, we are going to see the countable and uncountable nouns. Okay, to begin with, what is countable noun? A noun that can be counted. A noun that can be counted and can be expressed in exact numerical terms is called countable nouns. A noun that can be counted and can be expressed in an exact numerical terms is called countable nouns. For example, a pen, an apple, a tree, a student. Okay, fine. So, countable noun. What do you mean by countable noun? Countable nouns are those nouns that can be counted and can be expressed in exact terms. Such nouns are called countable nouns. These countable nouns have both the singular as well as plural. These countable nouns have singular as well as plural. So whether a noun is countable or uncountable, you can easily identify. If a noun has plural form, then that noun is countable noun. So almost all countable nouns have plural form because they can be counted. You can count using the numerical terms 1, 2, 3 like that. Suppose there are 5 books on the table. I have 2 pens in my pocket. There are 10 benches in the classroom. There are 4 fans in this classroom. They are all countable nouns. See, this room has 3 windows. They have plural. 1 window is a singular, 3 windows is a plural. So all countable nouns can be counted and they have plural also. And more than that, as they are countable nouns, we use articles a and an as well as the also before them. So we use articles a, an and the before such countable nouns. Okay, see, a pen. I have given here example, a tree, an apple, the book, the table, the picture, Okay, so all these nouns are called countable nouns because we can count such nouns, we can express quantity of such nouns in exact numerical terms. Therefore, they are called countable nouns. Therefore, they are called countable nouns. And another important thing you have to keep in your mind, children, all countable nouns have plurals. All countable nouns have plurals. And we use articles before countable nouns. We use articles before countable nouns. Okay, fine. And I can give you more and more examples for countable nouns as well as uncountable nouns. Okay, fine. Next, let me explain what is uncountable noun. Uncountable noun is a noun that cannot be counted. Uncountable noun is a noun that cannot be counted. So you can't just count uncountable nouns. Therefore, they are called uncountable nouns. So nouns that cannot be counted and do not take plural forms. That's important. Nouns that cannot be counted. Nouns that cannot be counted and that take no plural. Nouns that cannot be counted and that take no plural. And that take no plural is called, and not take plural forms, that take plural forms are called uncountable nouns. See, glass, it's an uncountable nouns. Rice, example for uncountable nouns. Milk, uncountable nouns. Water, uncountable nouns. So you can't just count all these numbers. You can't just count all these nouns. Therefore, they are called uncountable nouns. So, nouns that can be counted and nouns that take plural forms are called countable nouns. Nouns that cannot be counted and nouns that cannot take plural forms are called uncountable nouns. And we use articles only before countable nouns. We use articles only before countable nouns. We never use articles before uncountable nouns. That you should know the difference between countable and uncountable nouns. Here you may have a problem. Sometimes you may be given a group of nouns and you may be asked to separate or to identify and write separately all countable nouns and write all uncountable nouns. Here there are many rules behind these countable and uncountable nouns. When a noun can be considered as a countable noun, when a noun can be considered as an uncountable noun, that you have to know. Okay, fine. And next I am going to explain you the determiners and the articles where we can use. There are some determiners, there are some articles which can be used before only countable nouns. There are some articles, there are some determiners which can be used only before countable nouns. There are some articles, there are some determiners which can be used only before uncountable nouns. You can't just mix these articles and determiners. Okay, let me list out those nouns which can be used before countables and determiners which can be used before uncountable nouns. Before that, I would like to show you some pictures which I have brought here. These pictures will show you where we can use countable, where we can use uncountable, and what are countable nouns, what are uncountable nouns. See, these pictures will help you. Countables and uncountables. See, the singular form of countable nouns as well as plural forms also they have given. See, in the first, a dog is a countable noun, singular. 2 dogs, countable, plural. Okay, next, a horse, singular. 3 horses, plural. A horse, singular. 3 horses, plural. And then, yes, see, an egg, 5 eggs, an egg, 5 eggs. An egg is a singular, 5 eggs plural. A man, some men. A man, some men. Okay, fine. A child, three children. A child, three children. So here, see this example. For countables, they have given some examples. A dog, two dogs. Because this is countable noun, therefore they have plural. A horse, three horses. A horse, three horses. Then an egg. An egg, 5 eggs. An eggs, 5 eggs. Then a man, few men or some men. Okay, so here we have plural for all these nouns. A child, some children. A child, some children. Okay, children, see here I have given you list of singular nouns as well as plural nouns. So this list shows you clearly that only countable nouns have singular as well as plural, and we can use articles only before the countable nouns. See, I have used articles also. See, the book, the watch, better, the watch, the watches, the watches. So I have used here articles a, an and the. So these articles are one kind of determiners. So these articles can be used before countable nouns only. We never use these articles before uncountable nouns. Yeah, milk, will you use? No, you will never use. But at the same time, one thing you have to note in your mind, children, these uncountable nouns can be quantified. How? I will give you examples. For example, so using numerical terms, these uncountable nouns can be expressed in the form of a countable nouns. For example, get me. Now look this example, observe this example carefully. Get me a glass of milk. Get me a glass of milk. The knob is made of glass. Now you compare. See the first sentence. Actually, glass is an uncountable noun. It cannot be counted. But see in which ways they are used in the sentence. Sometimes whether a noun is a countable or uncountable is decided the way it has been used in the sentence. How it has been used. Okay, fine. Get me a glass of milk. See, a glass. So here it has been quantified. A glass. It has been quantified. Okay. So here it is a countable noun. See in the next example, the knob is made of glass. Here it cannot be counted. It cannot be counted because it is used as an uncountable noun. Uncountable. The second sentence, however, glass relates to a material. It is related to material. But in the first it relates to an object. So it is an object. It is a material. That's important. So you should know the difference. So it is an object, it is a material. So you can count the object, but you cannot count the material. In the same way, silver, bronze, iron, gold. Okay, see, bronze, iron, gold, diamond, they are all metals, materials. They cannot be counted. They cannot be counted. But when they are used as an object, it can be counted. Okay, can you follow me, children? So you should know the difference. When metals or materials are used as it is, they are uncountable nouns. But when they are used to make an object, or when an object is made out of such materials, then they can be considered as an object. Then it is considered as a countable nouns. Okay. Examples of uncountable nouns like gold, sugar, rice, water, oil, furniture. Uncountable nouns cannot be measured in units. See, uncountable nouns cannot be measured in units. Uncountable nouns cannot be measured in units. We cannot say, we will never say 1 sugar, but we can say 1 kilo of sugar. You should know the difference. We never say 1 sugar, 2 sugar like that, because they are all uncountable nouns. But you can say in such a way, see, 1 sugar, 1 milk. It's a wrong usage. You never say like this. They are wrong. But you can say 1 kilo of sugar. 1 kilo of sugar. This is correct. So uncountable nouns can be quantified with the help of numerical terms. A liter of milk. Now it is correct. Okay. So uncountable nouns can be expressed or can be quantified with the help of numerical terms. And most of the abstract nouns are uncountable nouns only. Most of the abstract nouns. For that also I will give you examples. Most of the abstract nouns are uncountable nouns only. Most of the abstract nouns. See, kindness, bravery, boldness, wisdom, knowledge. So they are all abstract nouns. So most of these abstract nouns are uncountable nouns. Okay. So the determiners which are always used before countable nouns and the determiners which are always used before some uncountable nouns. I will enlist all those countable and uncountable nouns with determiners. Okay, fine. Listen to me carefully. Now I am going to give you the list of determiners. See, first articles used before countable nouns. Articles used before countable nouns. Okay. There are some articles, you know that definite article and indefinite articles which can be used before countable and uncountable noun. There are, see, articles used before countable nouns. But uncountable nouns, before uncountable nouns, these articles can be used with some units of measurement. Otherwise, they cannot be used before uncountable nouns. Okay, fine, children. See, a table, a and the. They are articles. A table, and apple, and orange, and onion, the. Yes, can you give me an example, children? Yeah. The bird, the animal, the tree. So they are all countable nouns. So articles can be used before such countable nouns. Okay, fine. Next I will give you some determiners which can be used before countable nouns only. I will give you now list of some determiners which can be used before countable nouns. See, determiners which can be used before countable nouns. Okay, before countable nouns. Here I would like to give you list of determiners which can be used before countable nouns. See, some, many, some, many, any, few, some, few, any, yeah, few, lot of, yeah, few, then lot of, these, those, no, enough, plenty of. So these determiners are used before countable nouns. Here one thing to be noted. What is the most important thing here to be noted? It answers the question how many. Okay, very important, children. So make a note of it in your note when you watch this recorded video class. See, most of these uncountable nouns answer the question how many. Here I have given you list of determiners which can be used before countable nouns. Okay, before countable nouns. See the first one, some. Would you like? See, I will give you sentences using these determiners. See, some boys attended the test. How many boys are there? How many boys attended the test? Some boys attended the test. Some boys watched the movie. Some boys watched the movies. Some boys attended online class. Some boys attended online class. Some boys attended the test. Some boys watch the movies. How many? So if you ask this question, then you will get the answer, some. Okay, so they are called countable nouns because it answers the question some. Okay, so I want a piece. Is there any left? See, he had some pieces of cakes. Okay, so it is a countable noun. See, some pieces. Okay, many. Now I am going to use the word that is the determiner many. See, watched this online class. Many students. See, many students watched. There are many books in the library. Simple sentences you can give. There are many books in the library. See, there are many books in the library. See, there are many books in the library. So, many is a determiner which is used before the noun books is a countable noun. Okay, good. Call anyone. Call anyone student. Okay. Call anyone passenger. Call anyone audience. Call anyone students. Okay, so they are countable nouns. Any is used before the countable nouns, one students. Okay, call anyone. Then few. There are few buses in the bus stand. During this lockdown, there are few buses in the bus stand. See, few. Next, few buses are there in the bus stand. Few buses are there in the bus stand. Okay, so there are few buses in the bus stand. Few buses are there in the bus stand. There are few buses in the bus stand. Yeah, few buses are there in the bus stand. Yeah, few leaves are there on the branch of a tree. Yeah, few leaves are there on the branch of a tree. Okay, so few means it is complete negative. Yeah, few means positive. Okay, right. You should know the difference also. Few buses are there in the bus stand. Okay, fine. Next, lot of. A lot of sweets are sold in the market. Yeah, lot of sweets sold in the market. Here in the sense that sweets can be counted. Okay, lot of sweets. A lot of books are kept in the books fair. A lot of books were kept in the book fair. A lot of books were bought by the visitors in the book fair. A lot of books were bought by the people in the book fair. So in this way you can use all these determiners before singular or plural countable nouns. See, these books are costly. These books are costly. I'll write sentences. These, using these books are costly. Those birds are on the branch of a tree. Those birds are on the branch of a tree. Those birds are on the branch of a tree. No one is in the classroom. These lenses are new. Those lenses are new. These cameras are new. Okay. A large number of plants are in the field. A large number of plants. A large number. You can use that also. A large number of plants are there in the field. A large number of plants are there in the field. A large number of. Then plenty of. So a large number of plants. Plenty of foreign goods, plenty of foreign cameras, plenty of new mobile phones are available in the market. So plenty of. So these plenty of. Enough chalk pieces are available. Enough chalk pieces are there in the classroom. Enough benches are there in the classroom. Enough benches are there in the classroom. Enough water bottles are there in the classroom. So all these determiners are used before countable nouns. Okay, so these determiners are used before countable nouns because all such nouns can be counted and they can be expressed in exact terms. Okay children, next let me give you list of determiners which can be used before uncountable nouns. List of determiners which can be used before uncountable nouns. Yeah, I will give you list of such nouns also. And one thing here you have to remember, countable nouns answers the question how many. Countable nouns answers the question how many. But uncountable nouns answers the question how much. How much. Okay, see, much. Determiners used before uncountable nouns. Before uncountable nouns. Determiners used before uncountable nouns. Much. A little. Much. A little. Lot of. Any. Much. Lot of. Any. Large. This. and this also, no, enough, no, enough, plenty, no, enough, plenty. Okay, so all these can be used before uncountable nouns. All these things can be used before uncountable nouns. Okay, these uncountable nouns answers the question how much. How much? While countable nouns answers the question how many, uncountable nouns answers the question how much. Okay, because they are used before the nouns which they cannot be counted. Much sugar. There is much sugar. There is much sugar in the tea. There is much sugar in the tea. A little water. A little water is there in the jug. Otherwise you can say the jug has a little water. The jug has a little water. So in both the way you can frame your own sentence. A little water is available in the jug. A little water is there in the jug. The jug has a little water. Okay. Then lots of. See, look at the food. I am going to eat a lot. Look at the food. I am going to eat a lot. I am going to eat a lot. See the sentence structure. Look at the food. Look at the food. I am going to eat a lot. Lots of. I am going to eat. So I have lots of work to do. I have lots of work to do. Uncountable nouns. I have work, one work, two work, three work. You can't say just I have lots of work to do. Okay. I have lots of work. I have lots of work to do. Okay. So these determiners are always used before uncountable nouns. Before uncountable nouns. Is there any left? Any. See, suppose any can be used before countable nouns when you are raising the question. Is there any water in the jug? You can ask like that. Is there any water in the jug? Is there any water in the jug? Okay. Is there any water? Is there any water in the jug? So here it is used as an uncountable noun. Okay, is there any water? This and no. See, no water is available. No water is available. No water is supplied so far now. No water is supplied so far now. Enough milk is available. Enough milk. Enough milk is available. Okay. Enough milk is available. In this way, you can frame many number of sentences using these determiners. These determiners can be used. Okay, children, see, I would like to give you some more example to make you to understand this concept clearly. See, other examples, many, much. So these are all the determiners which can be used with both countables and uncountables. I have already explained to you some determiners which can be used only with the countables. I have given you some examples of those determiners which can be used only with uncountables. Now I have given here some examples of determiners which can be used with both the countables and the uncountables. Many, much. Many trees are planted is a countable. Much, I don't have much. I don't have much money. I don't have much milk. I don't have much water. I don't have. So it is uncountable. A lot, lots. I shall have lots to do. It is an uncountable. If you say that, I shall have lots of homework to do. I shall have lots of homework to do. And then I want lots, I want a lot. Here it is countable. It can be considered as a countable sense is there. Some, any, most. Did you have any cake? Did you have any piece of cake? Yes, I have some. Okay, I have some milk in the bottle. So both, first if you say I have some cakes, then it is countable nouns. If you say that I have some milk in the bottle, do you have any milk for my child? Yeah, I have some milk in the bottle. I have some milk in the container. So it can be used in the countable as well as uncountable. But see, the sense is very important. And then some have done it. Some have done it. It's a countable nouns. Some have done it. See, is there anyone in the room? Is there anyone in the room? Countable. Most have left already. Most have left already. He has wasted most of the water. He has wasted most of the milk. So there it is used as an uncountable. And no, none of. None of us wanted to tell the truth. Countable nouns. None of us wanted to tell the truth. I have no money. I have no money. Uncountable. All of and most of. All of and most of. The dog ate all of the food. The dog ate all of the food. Uncountable. They destroyed most of the documents. They destroyed most of the documents. Countable. Okay, fine. Then a few, little, few, a little. See, I have a few cookies. I have few cookies. Okay, countable. I have little water. I have little milk for the child. So uncountable. Here, one thing I would like to explain, children. You should know the difference actually. Little, a little, few, a few. Okay, little, a little. They are all the determiners. You should know the difference actually. See, little means nothing. See, here you should know the difference. See, a few, enough but not a lot. See, if you say that few and a few, see, little, a little, and few, a few. You should know the difference. Suppose if you say that few eggs left, few eggs left. See, few eggs left. What does it mean? Enough but not a lot. But if you say few left, few left means not enough, almost none. See, few boys are there. Here you should know the difference, children. You should note the difference. Few, a few. Both are used before countable nouns first. And a few, positive meaning. And see, a few eggs left. See, a few, it's a positive meaning. If you say that some eggs are available, some eggs are left. But if you say few boys are there, no one is there. So it gives a negative meaning. In the same way, little, a little. So, but both are used before uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns. See, a little water is left in the container or in the jug means, what does it mean? So if you say a means some is available, some water is available. If you say little water is available, no water is available. So a means not enough but some. A little water is available in the means some water is available but not much water. But if you say little water is available, no water is there. Okay, so a little stands for positive, little stands for negative, a few stands for positive, few stands for negative. You should know the difference, children. Okay, fine. See, I would like to give you much, few and little. See, many, much, you know, already I have explained you the difference between many and much, then few and little. Okay, a few and a little. Okay, fine. Then many, more, the most. many more than most, much more than most. What is the difference? There were not many people at the center. So there were not many people at the center means a few. More people came to the concert than expected, and most animals live on land. Okay, I will give you the sentences. There were not many people. There were not many people. There were not many people. Okay, there were not many people. Not more people have attended the meeting. So it means that few only. Many people come to the concert. Many people come to the concert, musical party, that's called a concert. So many people. There were not many means a few only. Many people come to the concert means more people. Most animals live on land. Most animals, almost all. Most animals live on land. Most animals live on land. Okay, so many, most, and the most. Many, most, the most. In the same way, much, more, the most. See, many, more people. Many, more, most. Much, more, most. That is also possible. There is not much hope. See, I will write here for such sentences. Okay, so this while you are going to learn countable and uncountable nouns, you have to learn actually these determiners also, because these determiners only decide sometimes whether a noun is countable or uncountable. Okay, see, many, then more, then most. In the same way, much, more, then most. Much, more, most. How can we frame sentences using these things? There is not much hope. There is not much hope. There is not much hope. Then there is more hope that he will survive. There is more hope. There is more hope that he will survive. He will survive. There is more hope. Most furniture is made of wood. Most furniture is made of wood. Most furniture is made of wood. Okay. So in this way, you should know where we can use the determiners, articles, and then other determiners, a and the. They are called articles, and other determiners were many, most, more, few, a few, little, a little, some, any. So all are called determiners. These determiners are used before countable nouns and before uncountable nouns also. Some determiners are used only before countable nouns. Some determiners are used only before uncountable nouns. There are some determiners which can be used both before countable and uncountable nouns. You should know such a difference also, children. See, in your grammar book, Collins, see page number. I will tell you the page number. See, yeah, page number 26 in your grammar book. Page number 26. There you can see some exercises. There you can see some exercises. So you should do it as a homework. You must do all these exercises in your classwork note, and you have to maintain it neatly. Otherwise, you can better keep a separate grammar note also for these exercises. That will be nice. Okay. Suppose if you do such things, it will be very nice. For example, page number 26. A, exercise A. I will here do the first one of all the exercises. There are many restaurants in Bangalore. Here you have to, what you are, underline the countable nouns. Underline the countable nouns and circle the uncountable nouns. Underline the countable nouns and see there are many restaurants in Bangalore. There are many restaurants in Bangalore. Okay, so here restaurants is an uncountable or countable, which is correct? Yeah, is a countable one. Okay, so because you can count the restaurants. So in this way, the first exercise, actually exercise A, underline the countable nouns and you have to circle the uncountable nouns. There they have given 10 exercises that you have to do as a homework, and fill in the blanks with the suitable words from the box. They have given a box. In that box you can find almost all those determinants what we have discussed in today's class, that is much, more, many, most, little, few, some, many, any, all such determinants they have given. And see below the box they have given 10 sentences. Each sentence has a blank space to be filled with any one determinants you have to select from the box. That is exercise number B. Then C, correct the errors in the sentence and rewrite them. Here, see, they have given some sentences. The sceneries in Nainital are beautiful. The sceneries, see, the sceneries in the Nainital is beautiful. This is what they have given. See, the sentence says the sceneries in Nainital, the sceneries in the Nainital are beautiful. Here, what is the error? Can you guess it, children? Yeah. Sceneries cannot be used in the plural because they are uncountable nouns. So you have to rewrite the scenery. The scenery in the Nainital, the scenery in the Nainital is beautiful. So in this way you have to rewrite the sentence, spot error like that. Okay, fine. There you have nearly 15 sentences. So page number 26 and 27, these two pages, you can get more exercises. You can find more exercises, Roman letter A, B and C. So altogether you have got 30 to 35 exercises. So you can easily solve all the exercises. You can find an answer easily for all the exercises they have given. Okay, children, try to give answer, write the answer for all these exercises. If you have any doubts, if you want to discuss anything, just make a note of it in your classwork. Then we will discuss it soon. Okay, thank you, children. Have a nice day. Thank you. Very nice.